Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Peaceful Nik the Medium. Welcome to my Friday evening live stream. When you get here, say hello. Let me know how the weather is where you're at, because I know it's changing rapidly throughout the country. I'm happy to be here. Got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to just make a few announcements, then we're going to get started. This is a very big weekend. On Sunday, there is a full moon and a lunar eclipse. It's going to be it's going to start 11-ish on the East Coast PM, and it will reach totality at a 1-ish Eastern time. So make sure, if you're a moon watcher like me, that you watch the full moon lunar eclipse on Sunday. Watching a lunar eclipse is quite amazing. It's not like a solar eclipse. You don't need special glasses or anything. You can just look at it. So it's great. So say hi if you're here. Say hi if you're here. I'm going to explain how the lunar eclipse and full moon work. And but let me make some announcements first. Okay. So speaking of the moon and otherworldly objects, my co-host Lady Shadow and I released our podcast this morning all about aliens. Is the Atlas comet controlled by aliens? Is it an alien spaceship? Was Göbekli Tepe built by aliens? We talk about all of those things. Are aliens living here underground? That podcast is found here on YouTube and everywhere podcasts are found. So if you are interested in anything alien and paranormal, listen to that. I answer a bunch of questions about all kinds of cool stuff. And we have a very deep, Lady Shadow and I have a very deep discussion. Again, found on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere podcasts are found. It's a really good discussion. I'm really proud of this one. So also, if you are interested in learning about mediumship and you're on a tight budget, like most people these days, I have 2 different books. You can get the soft copy on Amazon or the digital copy on my website. One is Mediumship 101. This is a 6-month beginner's course compiled into a digital download or a paperback. It's like a workbook, journal prompts, gives you lots of information. It's really comprehensive. It's very good, full of information. Large print because, my eyesight's not that great, and I'm sure as many of you are struggling with the same. And then how to be your own medium. You don't have to, same type of thing, journal prompts, workbook, digital download off my website, or paperback off Amazon. So if you're on a budget, those are great. All the links are below for the paperback and the digital download. Okay. Tomorrow more, if you have any questions, let me know. Say hello when you pop in. Tomorrow morning, the book club, Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. One of my very top 3 favorite books I've ever read. I bragged about it and talked about it here a million times. You can see I've read it a lot. I made a lot of notes. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. If you want to join the Zoom so you can talk back and forth and interact with me, the Zoom is published on YouTube, on my posts, on Facebook, and I believe on my Instagram as well. And I may have, no, I don't think I put it on TikTok. So the Zoom is open. It's open to the public. Anybody can watch that. September 6th, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It will also be streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you don't want to talk back and forth and interact, just watch the live stream. That's fine. We're going to talk about chapter 1. So we're going to go, week after week after week. So chapter 1, A New Earth. Great book. Changed my life. Literally, not an exaggeration. So that's tomorrow morning. It's free and open to anybody who is wanting to learn. Oh, thank you, Carol. I have your bracelet on. Hi, Ann. Hi, Melody. Hi, Miss Jackson. Oh, commercial after commercial after commercial. Are you seeing commercials? That's weird. Okay. I guess I don't know. Whatever. Hi, Julie. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Nora. Hi, everyone. If anybody's is upset and has opinions about people promoting their stuff, if you've ever watched television or listened to the radio or watched anything anywhere on social media, everybody's selling something. That's how we make our living. So, and if you have a job, your job probably advertises somewhere. So there you go. All right. So book club free and open to anyone interested in learning. All right. So the moon is going to be doing some crazy stuff this weekend. So I don't know which direction you guys can see, but here we have the sun and the earth, and you're standing on the earth, and I have a moon on one side and a moon on the other. Both are moon, but I'm going to explain different. Thank you, Anne. I'm going to explain different things that happen to the moon. All right, so when the sun is shining on the moon, when it's between the, oh my God, I messed it up because I'm looking at it backwards. Darn it. Oh. See, I'm not used to that backwards stuff. Oh no. Sorry, guys. I smeared it. Let me try again. All right. I'm going to draw a line down the moon because the sun is shining on this side of the moon. See, the sun rays are going here. And this side of the moon is dark from your perspective because you are standing on the earth. So that's called a new moon. All right. Now, when the moon moves to the other side, let me erase this one so it's not confusing. When the moon moves to the other side of the earth, this side of the moon is shaded, and this is where we get a full moon. That's what's happening Sunday. And the angle of the earth and the sun and the tilt of the earth's axis all create a special dynamic grouping where we don't have a lunar eclipse every month. So the moon is actually more at the equator of the sun than it is the earth, because our earth equator is here and the moon is here. This is approximate. So the moon doesn't orbit our equator, it orbits off kilter. That's why it doesn't have, we don't have an eclipse every month. So when the angles are correct, the earth moves in front of the moon, the full moon, which is shining brightly from the sun's reflection. And that's how we get a lunar eclipse. And we're going to have a full lunar eclipse this Sunday. So that's my moon lesson for today. All right. Any questions about that? Let me know. Any questions about anything? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? All right. So it's important that we have community and build community and continue raising the vibration. And the full moon energy, eclipse energy can be a very tumultuous time. A lot of people I know are talking about how they're having emotional upheaval. Like several of my friends are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm having this problem and I feel so weird. And I have to admit, I felt weird at the beginning of the week. I didn't do my Monday morning meditation. I didn't do my Monday live stream. On Monday, I think I did it Tuesday. No, I didn't even do it Tuesday. I was just off at the beginning of the week. So if you're feeling weird, it'll pass. We have to lift each other up. Yes, Melody, I do. I was a teacher, a classroom teacher for a really long time. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, the energy has been building. Yeah, Karina started on Monday. Yeah, it's been weird. It's been really weird. The energy has been off, off, off. And so it's not, if you're experiencing it, it's not just you. So just know it will pass. And we have to lift each other up, reach out to our loved ones who will be supportive, not ones who will tell you what to do. There's nothing worse than having some type of strange feeling or weirdness, and then you talk to somebody and they're like, well, all you got to do is just tell it to go away, or all you got to do is you should do. No, just it'll pass. Breathe through it, get a hug, go walk out in the dirt, go look at the sunrise, do something to change your perspective, make a gratitude list, and it will fade. It will fade. We just have to get through it with as positive of a positive outlook as we can. So if this is happening to you, you're not alone. Hi, Dawn. Let's see. That which does not serve me, Beverly said, that which does not serve must fall away. That was a message at the beginning of all this craziness since 2020. Love that. That's great. Oh, Nora. Sleep cycle. You know, I have a loved one who was awake literally all night, could not sleep at all, and then tried to take a nap and couldn't take a nap. The energy's been real weird. And a few days ago, I was waking up, 7 or 8 times at night, couldn't fall asleep, couldn't stay asleep. So yeah, it's weird. The energy's been weird. We got to breathe through it. We got to be together. We got to just be here for each other. So thank you for sharing that information. Karina, I've been moody and anxious. My sleep cycle is weird. Yep. Nora, I'm not sure what that says. Can you retype that? Karina, your husband asked what's wrong with you today. Well, just smile and wave, like they say in Madagascar, smile and wave. That's all you can do. Dawn's granddaughter's been extra sensitive and she's only 6. Yep. She's very energy sensitive. Yep. Waking up from 2 to 4, Vivian. Hi, Vivian. Yeah, we're all here together. We are all here together. Leota's been doing acupressure. It's the only thing that helps with my anxiety. That's a really good idea. Do you have to go get that done somewhere? Beverly said our DNA is being affected and it's going to cause issues in our daily activities. Well, let me know more about that. Who is affecting it? How's it being affected? What are you exactly talking about? Because I want to know more about that. Carol's sleep cycle totally off. Vivian loves her bed. I know. We talked about that. I love my bed too. If I could stay asleep, I'd spend a lot more time there. I'm not a good sleeper in general. Okay, so we want to breathe through this energy. 3 deep breaths can reset us. Let's say you had to go to the grocery store and you're irritated because there's a lady in front of you writing a check. And I'm like, who has checks anymore? Right? Like, who writes checks? And you're just irritated and there's a kid screaming. And then, somebody coughs on you and you're just like, this is taking forever. And you're just irritated. Stop, be present. 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. It'll just reset you. It calms your nervous system down and resets you. Doesn't cure the problem overall. You still might have to wait a few minutes, but it will calm you down in the moment. So deep breaths, grounding. And then when you go outside, see if there's some clouds or the sun or whatever, the tree, look at something that's naturey, and that will reset. That'll reset you for sure. Let's see. Google it and do it yourself. Okay. Good, good, good. For the acupressure. Nora. Hold on. I'll do some of that stuff in a little bit. Lori can't stay asleep lately. Maybe full moon coming. Yep, yep, yep. Leota said tapping and bilateral, like crossing arms and patting both shoulders from front. Yeah, like baby. Yep, yep. Hi, Debbie. So when we cross our body like this, it crosses our brain wires on purpose. That's also a way to reset. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. All right, very good. So grounding, breathing, staying present. So if anybody wants to do acupressure on themselves, Google it, watch YouTube videos. There's all kinds of free info out there. So the full moon energy, we have illumination. So full moon is bright light, right? It illuminates things. Things come to fruition. There's a culmination, there's a crescendo. So if you're dealing with something, I just feel like somebody on here is dealing with somebody they think might be deceitful or dishonest, or maybe something at work or some relationship, friend, family, something like that. This is a time when things come to light. Things are revealed, good or bad and indifferent. It's just a revealing time. Things come out. It's also a good time to do your spiritual practices. Emotions are heightened. The full moon's powerful spiritual energy, and you can release what no longer serves you. So if there's something happening in your life that's bothersome, somebody crossing your boundaries, somebody being deceitful or conniving or narcissistic or anything that's just not comfortable for you, somebody just not being a good friend or a good family member, it's time to reflect and release. Reflect and release. Should they act like that? Should they treat me like that? Should I accept that treatment? It's time to really start standing up for ourselves, because we need to be in the strongest emotional position we can be to help each other through this tumultuous time, because we're going through some times. And the news right now is really, 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 really triggering. Anybody who has watched any news or seen any social media posts in the last few months, there's a list that's in the news a lot, and that can really, really trigger a lot of people who have been treated poorly physically by people in their life. Lori said, can't see the light, be the light. Excellent, excellent, excellent point. Beverly said, the energies coming in are carrying cellular structure reset. Think of quartz doing a stop at a truck stop and does its work. This is creating an evolution aspects in our human bodies. We are light beings in 3D bodies, and those bodies are being energetically restructured for evolution, ascension into 5D. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, we can. It's kind of like a little bit like mind over matter. If you're, you can change your. I know a lady who's a medium who has had stage 4 cancer for a really long time, but she does a lot of mind over matter practices, and she's lived with this for very long and still seemingly healthy, even though she has the cancer and she doesn't do chemo or anything. So we can definitely do mind over matter for sure. Nora, me. Nora said me, but I don't know what else that goes with. Oh, Anne, any thoughts or clarification about how the eclipses affect different astrology signs? Eclipses happen in patterns, lunar, solar. Are they always in opposing signs? I am not an astrologer, and I don't know a lot about the signs. I'm an astronomer, so I don't have the astrology background to know the difference. There are some really good tarot readers on YouTube. I follow Minnow Pond Tarot. He's really good. I follow Dove and Serpent Tarot and Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I watch all three of the, and there's another one, but I can't think of the name of the channel. I follow all three of those and watch all their videos. They talk about it. So I would follow them. They are going to give you a much better answer than I will, for sure. Hi, Juniper Vale. Hello, hello. Susanna, I need peace. Okay, everybody, let's give Susanna a big virtual hug and send her peace. Everybody send peace. Just imagine peace going to Susanna. Breathe. Send Susanna peace. Receive the peace, Susanna. Receive the peace. I hope you felt that. I hope you felt that. Lori said, find your community and give each other support to help feel you're not the only one. 100%. 100%. Yes, yes, yes. Andre is a good astrologer. Okay, that's good to know. And I want to take an astrology class. I'm just so I have a lot of different stuff going on, and I just don't have the time to dedicate to it, but it is on my bucket list, or on my list of things to do, I should say. Soulful Revolution. Yes. I've watched that one too. Soulful Revolution. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's a good one too. Zebra Girl, peaceful white light to all. And Gemma said, aside from AI, what new knowledge area should I learn for my new job? I don't know why I'm hearing coding. So I don't know if you do something with computers or if coding means something else to you. But as soon as I read that, I heard coding. So I don't know if that even has anything to do with what you're doing, but that's the word I heard. It's never a bad time to learn coding. Vivian's bucket list is getting longer. Don't make it too long, Vivian. Don't make it too long. We'll have members only at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. All right, so the lunar eclipse. What's happening with the lunar eclipse? I explained the anatomy of a lunar eclipse already. This is a great time to reset, turning point. So the fact that it's a full moon and a lunar eclipses only happen during full moons, but the fact that it's happening this weekend is a great time to amplify your spiritual energy, to reset. So those of you who are my mentees here, who have been my students, and my ears ringing as I say this is a great time to amplify your energy. Now, some of you I know have very amplified energy already, so be careful to make sure you keep one foot on the ground. If you're already in a fast forwarded spiritual journey, make sure you don't overdo it. You don't want to get lost in it. You want to keep grounded, but you do want to explore your spiritual journey. So see this eclipse as a time for growth and transformation. It's a great time to meditate more, to do sitting in the power, all of that. It's a great time to do that. And let's see what else we got. We all need a bigger bucket. Yeah, exactly. Nora, any crystals we should be using? Now, my specialty is mediumship and science. I believe crystals are wonderful. I have some. I don't know a tremendous amount about crystals. So if anybody on here is a crystal person and wants to advise Nora on what type of crystals, because different crystals are good for different things. I will say there's a lot of fake junk out there. And I don't use a lot of tools, like physical tools in my practice. First of all, because I'm super frugal and I don't like to spend money on things that I don't have to. So I don't buy a lot of extra little things like that. Oh, I have to sneeze. Hold on. It's coming. Okay, I don't know where the sneeze went. So be careful if you are going to buy crystals, and make sure that you get your information from a good source. A good source. You're welcome, Susanna. I hope you felt that big hug from everybody. Thank you, Anne. Okay. So eclipse energy is great for journaling, meditation, making moon water, rituals, other moon rituals. It's good to pay attention. I look at the moon as much as I possibly can. I feel very connected to it. I have a bunch of moon paintings. I don't have any in here. They're in the other room. So it's important to be connected to nature, because when I look at the moon, I see it as that's another world. There's another world, and it's gravitationally bound to our world. And how cool is that? That you can fly there. I mean, eventually anybody will be able to fly there, and you can go there and visit, right? Like it's incredible. And it controls the tides. It controls the life cycle of so many things on our planet. So we are connected to the moon. We are literally connected to the moon, because the moon controls the tides. The tides control what type of fishes are born at what time, and in the marshes and in the shallows, and it moves, the tides move nutrients from the ocean to the land, and from the land to the ocean. Like, it's super important. So it's good to appreciate that. Journaling, guided meditations. I will hopefully, I have a lot of appointments this weekend, so hopefully I'll have enough energy Monday to go back to Monday meditation. And just let me know if you have any moon stories. Let's see. Oh, good. Beverly said tourmaline is good for grounding. Amazonite, I think I'm saying that right, or amethyst for throat and crown chakra. So throat and crown, that's good. Mangled unicorn selenite is good to keep on hand, but she's driving right now. Zebra girl, when will this depression lift that I've been dealing with for a couple of months? And then she said, rose quartz, amethyst, selenite, great starter. So I hope that helps everyone who's wondering about the crystals. Zebra girl, do you meditate? I would say meditate, meditate, meditate. I can't say it enough times. My friend of 40 plus years begged me to meditate for 20 years, and I tried it once or twice and quit. And just since I became a medium did I start meditating, and it's changed my life completely. I'm stubborn, and I was so erratic, raising kids, working, blah, 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 doing laundry, dishes, blah, 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 all the stuff you do. Just managing the house and everything that comes with that. And I just was so out of my mind all the time. And I should have been meditating, but I was afraid that if I took time for myself to take care of myself, that I wasn't being a responsible mom. So I didn't do it. And then my kids got older, and now I can do it. So, Lori said, Luna, Luna, we all can gaze upon no matter where we are in this world. Absolutely. You're welcome, Nora. Karina, do you get tired after or during readings, energy-wise, physically, or both? So when you do mediumship readings or any type of card readings, if you are properly connected to spirit, you are using energy from spirit, and you shouldn't get tired during that time. And I get a buzz when I'm doing readings, if I'm connected properly, because sometimes we just have a bad day, right? The connection just isn't there. But I get a buzz, and I get so excited. Like, I do readings one evening a week, and then I do my live streams, and I get buzzed off of it. I get energized from it when I'm properly connected. And that's probably why it's hard for me to sleep a lot. But if you're doing readings and it's making you tired during and immediately after, you're not probably having a proper connection. So I recommend, if you're doing readings and getting tired, you need to have some development. Like, you need a mentor or somebody who can teach you how to do that. So no, I don't. Now, like today, I did 3 readings in a row. I try to max out at 3 because I have other stuff I am responsible for. But the next day, I'm usually really tired. Like tomorrow, and I have 3 readings tomorrow in the book club. So I probably overdid it this weekend, but that's okay, because I built in nap times for myself. I always build in nap times, just because my body needs to rest. My naps are usually before my readings, because I have Hashimoto's disease. And even if I sleep 7 or 8 hours at night, I still need rest in the middle of the day. So that's my thyroid's fault, not the reading's fault. Okay. So let's see. Melody said, who sent me dragonflies? Yes, Zebra girl, meditation. Start with that. Meditation, gratitude list. Meditation, gratitude list. If anybody here is struggling with sadness, depression, any kind of upheaval, meditation and gratitude list every day. Even if you meditate just while you're peeing, just take a pee and meditate. That's it. 30 seconds. Breathe through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beverly said, I do readings too. That's why I said it. Okay, perfect. Beverly is hungry. Oh, that's awesome. Melody, who sent me dragonflies? I'll ask you, when you see the dragonflies, who comes to mind? Usually the person that comes to mind is the person that's sending them to you. Let me know, Melody. Let's see. Vivian said, not sure if it's related. Appetite has gone down since I started meditating. I don't know. I wish my appetite would go down. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Has anybody else experienced that? Sometimes our body does weird things. Let's see. Nora, what do you think of the Smurl haunting, The Conjuring, the latest movie about? Nora, I absolutely do not ever watch anything scary. I can't do it. I'll have nightmares for a month. I'm a nightmare person. Any little disruption in my psyche or my emotions, nightmares. Always has been. So yeah, I don't watch anything like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It scares me. Melody, your son, then it's your son. So when we have a sign we're seeing repeatedly and we think of the same person over and over for that sign, like the dragonflies, that person is the one bringing that sign into your awareness. A lot of times people think my son is the dragonflies. I'm not saying you think that. I'm saying people think that. But your loved one in spirit is not in the sign. The loved one in spirit is putting the sign in front of you to let you know they're there around you. Their presence is near. That's what that's for. So just give yourself a warm hug when you see that dragonfly and know your son is near. Gina said, I just woke up from a nap, feel worse than when I fell asleep. Is it because of the upcoming full moon and eclipse? Yeah, Gina, everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's sleep is effed this week. Like I said, my loved one called me today. She didn't sleep all night long, couldn't even take a nap. Everyone is just so screwed up this week. Just accept it. This is what it's going to be. We're just going to rest our bodies, listen to your bodies, and know that in a couple days it'll pass. I've dealt with insomnia since 1986. My mom passed away at my feet suddenly when I was 15. So I've been an insomniac ever since then. And I used to have like 2 straight weeks where I couldn't sleep for more than an hour at night, and I was working 2 jobs. And that was terrible. Like nothing made me go to sleep. And I don't drink alcohol. So I couldn't do that. So I would ruminate, I can't sleep. I'd say it, oh my God, it's 4:00 a.m. It's 5:00. I got to get up at 6:00. I'm going to get 1 hour of sleep. And then you just feel worse. So just accept that it's going to be effed up for a few days and then it'll pass. I say, just lay here and rest. Just lay here and rest. Just lay here and rest. Or I'll do my times tables because I love math. So I'm a nerd that way. Anything, or like think about tomorrow I'm going to cook, chili. I got to get the black beans and I got to get the tomatoes and I got to cut up an onion. Anything to distract yourself from not sleeping. Just like I used to also do, I would start with episode 1 of a sitcom that I had watched, and I would do the scenes in my head just to distract myself. Beverly, I refuse to watch horror movies. Yep. It lowers our energy. Yep. I agree, Beverly. Zebra Girl didn't sleep a wink last night. Lori says exercising can help. Exercising can help some people. And getting off caffeine, I hear that a lot too, because I've had insomnia for 40 years. That can help some people. Some insomnia is triggered by a trauma trigger. And some is something that no amount of exercise or lack of caffeine is going to help. some of it's just psychological. And so, yeah, if you're just a regular person that's not dealing with a trauma trigger, yeah, sure, exercise, but I would exercise early in the day and not right before bed because your endorphins go up. Mangled unicorn. I give in when I am able to the energy dips. I live off naps. Narcolepsy amongst my issues. Oh man, that's some stuff right there. Narcolepsy. That's where you just like fall asleep, right? Anywhere. Gina says, I used to live off Benadryl to sleep because of insomnia. Yeah, I take a half a Unisom. If I take a whole Unisom, it keeps me up all night, but a half a Unisom helps me sleep. Explain that. Oh, mangled unicorn. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I am so sorry. So to everyone suffering from insomnia, accept that it will pass, accept that everything's going to be screwy for a few days. The full moon energy can last till the middle of next week easily, if not longer than that, because it's also an eclipse. So get as much rest when you're not having to work or take care of your responsibilities. Get as much rest as you can. The laundry can wait. The dishes can wait. You don't have to vacuum the floor or scrub the tiles, whatever. Give yourself a break and allow yourself to rest when you can. It will pass. You are definitely not alone. I can't believe how many people are on here saying the same thing. So I am going to go live for members only in 15 minutes. And we're going to talk about members only stuff, whatever the members want to talk about. So I'm almost to 100 members. So thank you to everyone who is a member. Thank you for all the super chats and stickers I've gotten over the past few weeks. I really appreciate it. It helps me do these lives so I can help others start and continue their healing journey. I love you all. Enjoy this full moon energy. If you're a member, I'll see you in 15 minutes. Thank you for being here. Good night.